Many people struggle to start decluttering and organizing their homes, but have you ever considered why? In today's video, we'll tackle this issue and defeat everything that is holding you back from decluttering. Let's look at the curse of perfectionism and clutter. How do you really declutter? Is it unclutter or declutter what's holding you back? If you are new to the channel, welcome. I blog and make videos about cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. You can find my free printables to help you get organized in the drop-down menu under the printables category over on my blog, dmiddleton.com. Today, I'll cover how perfectionism and clutter are related. You can get your printable daily housekeeping routine and cleaning checklists here at the link in this video description. This 15-page printable kit is delivered digitally to your email for you to print and personalize. It includes a daily schedule, calendar pages, and deep cleaning checklists for every room and area of your home. Also, be sure and stay tuned to the very end of the video for more free organizing tips. Now let's look at how perfectionism and clutter are related. How is it possible that you may be a messy perfectionist? Check out the tips below to see where your clutter problems may originate. How does perfectionism keep you from taking action? Perfectionism can be a double-edged sword, as it often prevents individuals from taking action in several ways. Fear of failure. Perfectionists tend to set extremely high standards for themselves. The fear of not meeting these standards or making mistakes can be paralyzing. This fear of failure can prevent them from taking any action at all, as they may worry about not being able to achieve perfection. Procrastination. Perfectionists may delay starting a task because they want everything to be perfect from the beginning. This procrastination can lead to missed opportunities or unfinished projects as they wait for the perfect conditions or information. Overwhelm. Perfectionists often see tasks as all-or-nothing scenarios, making it overwhelming for them to start. Breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps may seem counterintuitive to the perfectionist mindset, leading to a lack of action. Excessive planning. Perfectionists may spend an excessive amount of time planning and preparing, trying to account for every possible detail before taking action. This overemphasis on planning can delay the actual execution of the task. Self-criticism. Perfectionists are often highly self-critical, and this inner voice can discourage them from taking action. The fear of not living up to their own standards can lead to a cycle of self-doubt, hindering their ability to initiate tasks. Difficulty making decisions. Perfectionists may struggle with decision-making because they fear making the wrong choice. This indecisiveness can prevent them from moving forward as they get stuck in a loop of analyzing options without taking decisive action. Comparison with others. Perfectionists may constantly compare themselves to others and feel that they need to measure up to an unrealistic standard set by external factors. This comparison can create a sense of inadequacy and impede them from taking action. To overcome the negative impact of perfectionism, it's essential to recognize and challenge these thought patterns, set more realistic goals, embrace imperfection, and develop a healthier perspective on success and failure. Seeking support from others or professional help, such as therapy, can also be beneficial in addressing perfectionism. When we look at a space in our homes, we often visualize it as a large decluttering project. It seems overwhelming, too large a task, too time-consuming, etc. We know it needs to be done, but we put it off. Again, consider what actually keeps us from simply starting. What is holding us back? I believe the answer to that question is what I'll term the curse of perfectionism. The curse of perfectionism and clutter. You might say, I'm not a perfectionist. Look at this mess. But consider this. We all have perfectionist tendencies in how we approach our life, our work, our home, and our relationships. For example, have you ever thought or said these phrases or something similar? I can't declutter because I have a messy spouse, kids, roommate, and they will just mess it up again. So why even start? Or, I can't declutter because I'm so busy with work or raising little ones. Or, I can't declutter because I'm so exhausted from the day's tasks and responsibilities. I can't add another thing to my schedule. Or, I can't declutter because the task is so large it would take hours, weeks, or months to complete. As a recovering perfectionist, I have said all of these things on many occasions, but what I've found to be true is this. If you are going to change anything, you simply have to just start. You can't wait on the planets to align. You don't have to complete it all in a day or a weekend. You just simply take one step forward. That one step leads to the next step, which will lead to completion at some point. But that first step is the most important. I took a video course some years back on productivity and what blocks it. The takeaway lesson for that course was to create specific steps to complete big projects. It looks something like this. For example, let's say you want to paint a room. You would break it down like this. Project paint bedroom. Steps. Pick out paint color and buy it. Buy paint supplies. Prepare room by moving and covering furniture. Tape trim work and baseboards. Paint. Clean up. Put furniture back in place. So you see how we took one big, overwhelming project, like decluttering all of the kitchen cabinets, and broke it down into action steps. Before doing that, you might look at that project as being too large, too time-consuming, too exhausting to complete. Therefore, it never gets done. It gets stored in the back of your mind and it nags at you. It becomes a constant reminder every time you enter that space in your home. It zaps your joy. That is demotivating. But by writing it down and breaking it down into steps that make sense, you can work a pace that moves you toward completion. It shows you that even if you can't get it done in one day, you are taking one step a day toward completion. Now, we've answered the cause of our delay in starting perfectionism. Next, let's look at the why of decluttering. Have you considered how clutter and disorganization affects you and others? Clutter robs your joy, energy, and creativity. Clutter costs you money. You buy things again because you can't find them. Clutter costs you time. You may run late because you misplaced something important and need to find it before you leave. Clutter can cause disputes with those you live with. Clutter breeds other clutter. Most people pile stuff and drop off items daily in the same spots throughout their home. It could be the kitchen counter, the dining room table, the desk, the bedside table, etc. Then the clutter breeds and grows until it is dealt with. This creates chaos and robs your peace. Clutter can play a significant role in how we feel about our homes, our workplaces, and ourselves. Can a messy house affect your mood? You bet. How does clutter affect your life? Messy homes and workspaces leave us feeling anxious, helpless, and overwhelmed. Yet rarely is clutter recognized as a significant source of stress in our lives. But unnecessary stress is one aspect of how clutter affects you. So join me today and I'll help guide you to tackle the clutter and regain peace in your home. If you need to do more deep cleaning, I have checklists and guides to help you with that over at dmiddleton.com or at the link below. I have a housekeeping ebook entitled Makeover Your Homemaking. If housekeeping is an area that you struggle with, this ebook will guide you in creating your own housekeeping schedule. I try to cover everything from balancing your bank balance to cleaning your kitchen. I will link that information for you in this video description. If you are looking to get more organized, I can help with that too. I blog and make videos about cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. If you find it a struggle to get organized, there is likely a good reason why. As a matter of fact, I explore 11 reasons you failed to get organized over on my blog, dmiddleton.com. If one of these 11 reasons sound familiar to you, I will give you some tips to overcome that obstacle and finally get organized. I will link this information below. You can find my free printables to help you get organized in the drop-down menu under the printables category over on my blog, dmiddleton.com. If you are drowning in clutter, let me help inspire you. Clutter doesn't have to ruin your space. We are going to banish it. I do a year-long thorough declutter series on the blog. In this series, we declutter 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. If that is something you need to do, join me at the link in this video description. You will receive a daily task and a weekly email. By the time you complete this series, you will have decluttered every room and space in your home. I have declutter lists for each room over at dmiddleton.com. I want to inspire you to create a home for everything and make your housework more manageable and less time-consuming. Once the clutter is gone, you will spend far less time cleaning it. So, don't keep things around that take up your valuable space and time. Declutter it. Check out the links below to get started. Thanks for watching.